Hello and welcome to Manolin in 5. One issue, 5 minutes. Are you ready? Issue number 3. Obesity and discrimination. Let's take a look at each of these two words. Obesity is a physical condition of being very fat that may be dangerous for health. Discrimination is treating someone differently, often in a bad or unfair way, because of her or his difference. So, the title suggests that our society is being unfair or unnecessarily harsh on the lives of people who are overweight or look bigger than the average. Let's be straight and honest. We laugh at fat people. On TV, at school, with our friends, or just seeing someone on the streets. We think being fat is something to be embarrassed about. And why? What have fat people done to make us think that they should be embarrassed about how they look? What's even worse, and we'd like to talk about today in depth, is the fact that if you're fat and female, you're often double discriminated. What does that mean? Well, it's often thought that in a developed society like Korea or USA, poorer people with less money are more likely to be overweight because they eat less healthy and cannot afford to look after themselves, as well as those who are rich and have more time. Rich people, therefore, are slimmer and healthier, we think. Well, this is partly true, but if we look more closely, there is a striking truth that we often don't realize. Gender plays a significant role when it comes to the relationship between money and body. For example, in South Korea, rich men are not necessarily slimmer than poor men. In fact, they're found to be slightly fatter. On the other hand, rich women in Korea are much slimmer than women who are poor. And what does this mean? Any ideas? This means that women are much more likely to be judged by their appearance or how they look from outside than men. Women must lose more weight to find better jobs, make more money, or to be considered to be better. If you're a man, it doesn't matter as much. So women go on a diet not just to look prettier, but to survive. This is very unfair. The discrimination against fat women is not just unfair, but is cruel and often devastating. Women are told to be slim throughout their lives. A young girl would be told by her parents, doctors, and friends to be careful not to gain too much weight. An overweight woman will do much worse at job interviews or meetings with other people. Obviously, she hasn't done anything wrong, but her confidence will get weaker and weaker to the point she starts to think that her own body is not worthy. Do you believe that people become overweight because they are lazy? If you do, you're likely to be wrong in many cases. Women, in particular, experience obesity from causes that have nothing to do with their lifestyles or habits. Many women become overweight due to stress, depression, or changes in their hormones. Too little nutrition or unbalanced nutrition at a young age affect females more than males. Sexual or physical harassment can also cause obesity. Children and teenagers are more prone to such circumstances as they cannot decide many things for themselves. So, before we point our fingers at overweight people, which we shouldn't anyway, we must understand that people are often put in situations that they cannot control. It just isn't right to treat people differently for how they look. There are many people in the world who are not given equal opportunities because of how they look. Wait a minute though. Don't we talk about these days the low birth rate, the decreasing population, and how we need more people to keep the economy going? Why don't we just look around more? Simply by stopping to discriminate, we should be able to find more jobs, more money, more friends, more love, and a brighter future. Want to discuss more? Go ahead and share your thoughts on our website, Instagram, and of course our paper issues. 5 minutes. Thank you and bye bye.